Welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast, the place for smart, simple strategies that will amplify your business results. Sharing practical tips, insider knowledge, and actionable advice because marketing is something that every business owner can do. Now, let's get started. Introducing your host, Bianca McKenzie, mum, lover of snow sports, camping, horse riding, and in-demand launch strategist and Facebook advertising knowledge bank.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. How are things in your world? We are still enjoying nice summer days, and I'm actually starting to prepare for my elders going to kindergarten. Oh my gosh, where did the time go, right? And from one parent to another, I honestly didn't know how much admin is involved, and it's really getting to me. I really dislike life admin. So yeah, this is definitely testing me. There's uniforms, labels, lunchboxes, labels for clothes, book packs, and yeah, the list just goes on. So send me strings and I'll send you some back. All right, let's dive into this episode topic because it's definitely much easier for me to talk about business than doing all that life admin. But bear with me because I can get a little bit about this. So I'm not sure if you follow many Facebook ads managers or ads coaches. Because I show an interest in Facebook advertising and marketing, I get served up a lot of ads by other Facebook. They have me in their target audience. So every so often, I actually see an ad in which the ad guarantees a certain result. And there are even ads that promote a deal where you don't pay if they don't get your results. You might have seen them. You know, the get in touch, we guarantee your results, blah, blah, blah. If we don't get your results, you don't pay. Sounds amazing, right? I mean, who wouldn't want a guarantee like that? It's a total win for you. Now, don't get me wrong. I know why they do it. It is super smart marketing. But they're also wasting an awful lot of time and money. Yours mainly, like wasting your time. And like, look, it just annoys me. It really does. And I'll tell you why it makes me so uncomfortable and a little bit angry when they promise to guarantee results. So when you see those ads that say, don't pay unless we get your results, here's the thing. There are no guarantees with Facebook ads. So Meta, that umbrella that Facebook and Instagram now fall under, Meta itself states this in their documentation. And I'm going to quote. I quote, that they do not guarantee the reach or performance that your ads will receive, such as the number of people who will see your ads or the number of clicks your ads will get. They also state that they cannot control how clicks are generated on your ads. We have systems that attempt to detect and filter certain click activity, but we are not responsible for click fraud, technological issues, or other potentially invalid click activity that may affect the cost of running your ads. So that first bit, that they do not guarantee the reach or performance that your ads will receive. They themselves, like Meta, is not guaranteeing anything. So who, if you were doing this, who are you to think that you can override or bypass those rules, basically, this documentation? If Meta, the owner of the platform, cannot even guarantee results, then why can an ads manager guarantee results? So that's one thing that really bugs me. Also, the next thing is Facebook ads are only as good as your funnel performs. And this is the thing where I see them wasting a lot of time, is because you apply all hopeful that, someone's going to save your business and make you tons of money, only to then go through this whole process, find out that your funnel isn't up to scratch. It's not going to perform. So they can't run Facebook ads for you. But, and this is where the smart part comes in, they can fix your funnel at a cost of XYZ. which is like I said, it's smart marketing. But I feel like if you're not at that stage and you're not ready for that, you're wasting time and they're wasting your time. So Facebook ads are only as good as your funnel performs. It means that if you're not getting conversions, like if your product, service, course, whatever you're selling isn't already selling at a certain rate, and by that I mean if you send 1,000 people through your funnel, you should know what the outcome is at the other end. Ideally, you would have sent several thousands of people through that funnel, so you have more data. But it really Facebook ads only work as well as your funnel performs. It's not a miracle tool. Another thing is that Facebook ads are only as good as how they are set up and served to the right audience. So again, they need to know, well, if you're doing this yourself, you need to know your audience extremely, extremely well and know how to set it up in Facebook ads. You need to be completely like hitting the mark with your creative, so your images or videos, and your copy. So they're only as good as how they're set up. And this takes testing. So I don't know how these places tend to guarantee results unless you have all of these elements completely dialed in. You know your audience really well. You know which creative is going to work really well. And look, they can do all this testing for you. It takes time and it takes money. So that testing budget is not going to come from them. That is going to come from you. So this takes me to another point, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, they're going to be spending your money on market research. So I'll talk about that a little bit more. So really, they're just wasting your time if your funnel isn't converting already. And if you sign up and you go ahead, you'll be wasting your money and get disappointed unless the expectations are set really, really clearly. Don't get me wrong, Facebook and Instagram ads can be absolutely fantastic for business. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this, right? I would not be a Facebook ads manager if it wasn't a thing that didn't work. Honestly, why would I waste my time on it? And I've been doing this long enough to have seen absolutely incredible results, like, taking 6 figures to 7 figures, 5 figures to 6 figures. I've been doing this for 9 years. I've pretty much seen it all, I think. There might be more coming. Who knows? The avalanche of Facebook. Who knows, right? But I also know what's most likely going to work. And I sadly see some people being all too happy to just lure business owners in. When I started, there were ads managers around that are not around anymore. Like, people have obviously dropped off because it's not easy. It is not easy. It's also not rocket science. It's glorified maths, really, but it isn't easy. So if your business isn't already selling and converting, and ideally you know at what rate, then Facebook ads are a blind stab in the dark. You won't know how they will perform, and nobody can guarantee you any results. You will simply be running Facebook ads to gather market research data if you haven't done this before. And if your funnel isn't completely working and you know at what level it's performing. So it's not a bad thing to be running ads to gather market research data because it speeds up the process. Because with the data, you can actually make decisions and improvements. So it's not a bad thing, but you need to know that it's a market research exercise and your budget will be going towards this, aka market research, and not towards marketing. So it's two different things. So as long as you are really clear on this and you get on a call with people and they tell you that, like, I'm all for transparency. I've spoken to business owners that had ads managers and tell me that they didn't get any communications or their ad manager never told them blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm sitting here going, how can you not? Like, part of my work is education and educating my clients so that they understand what I'm doing, so that they understand their numbers, so that we can improve. And continuously improve and get better. So anyway, you just need to know that, there is a difference at market research versus marketing. And sometimes the testing is all market research, and that's where your budget is going. Anyway, I have said this many times before. I'm going to say it again. Facebook ads amplify. They amplify what is already happening in your business. So if your product, course, or service is part of a well-converting funnel, your Facebook ads campaign becomes somewhat more predictable. Like, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, but it is easier to predict and run some numbers. Like I said, it's glorified maths. If we know that every time we send 1,000 people through your funnel, 2% is going to convert, then we know what's going to happen when we send more people through your funnel. Providing they are the right people. It's not just any people. Providing that we send the right people, and this is where audience targeting comes in, providing that we send the right people through your funnel, we can somewhat predict what's going to happen. It is maths. Like, you need more eyeballs on your offer to be able to scale and sell more, but they have to be the right eyeballs. If your funnel isn't converting at a certain level, you really want to work on this before sending more traffic to it. Because if you're sending traffic to a funnel that isn't converting at a certain level and you haven't done everything you possibly can to optimize it, you're wasting your money. You're getting market research data, and those people may stick around, and you can, perfect your funnel and still sell to them down the track. But you need to know all of this. And when I read those ads, we don't get paid unless we get your results. That just, anyway, like I said, I can get a little bit ranty. So really, there are no results. Even Facebook or Meta says so. They cannot guarantee reach or performance. They're only as good as your funnel performs. Really, ads are only as good as your funnel performs. They're also only as good as how they are set up and serve to the right people. And really, your funnel needs to be performing. Like, every single step, like, you need to have your data in order. Otherwise, it becomes a market research exercise. Not a bad thing. You just need to know that. All right, so that's it for this week. Remember, nobody can guarantee Facebook ads results. Us ads managers, and I'm pointing at myself, we can only look at your funnel numbers and talk you through what's possible and what may happen based on your past results. And, I'm going to put one of those disclaimers in: past results are not an indication of future blah, 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 future results. But it becomes a little bit easier to predict. It's like, okay, every time we send this many people through the funnel, this percentage converts. So providing that we keep sending it to the right people and the right people come through your funnel, it becomes more predictable. But nobody can guarantee Facebook ads results. Just remember that. All right. Well, that's really it. Thanks so much for joining on this episode of the New School of Marketing podcast. I hope it was helpful, and I can't wait to share more marketing tips with you next week. Don't sign up for any of these we guarantee your result kind of things unless you have all your questions ready to ask them. Cool. Well, if you're ready to take your business to the next level with Facebook and Instagram advertising, make sure you visit newschoolofmarketing.com to download practical free resources. Plus, subscribe to this podcast and never miss an episode. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Until next time, take care. And don't forget, market your business every day.